Hi friends, this is Pastor Coates. I want to welcome you back once again today to another Money Talk lesson where we're still finishing up the series, 31 Reasons Why People Have Not Yet Fully Received Their Financial Harvest. Now this is number 30, so there's only one more lesson in this series after today. But here's reason number 30. Many refuse to sow proportionately to the harvest they desire to receive. Now, listen closely. It's a natural law of the harvest. God never overrides His own natural law. The size of the harvest is determined in proportion by the size of the seed. Here's the biblical foundation, 2 Corinthians 9:6. The point is this: whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, but whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. The size of the seed determines the size of the harvest. A friend of mine tells a story that after a service one Sunday, a lady came up to him and she said, "Pastor, I really believe God has called me to be have financial authority in the earth. God's going to use me to make a lot of money, support a lot of missionaries, do a lot of kingdom work, and God's going to really use me in this area of kingdom prosperity." And she handed him something. "Here's my seed that I'm going to sow into your life to ensure that God's vision for my life comes to pass." So he graciously received her seed. Probably didn't even look at it, just slid it right into his coat pocket. Well, some days later, he had on that same jacket and he happened to reach into that pocket and he felt that piece of paper. So he pulled out her seed, and guess what it was? It was a single $1 bill. Now, don't get me wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with sowing a small seed. Every seed sown in obedience is a seed of honor. The widow in the Bible gave only 2 very small copper coins worth less than a penny. And yet Jesus said, "Truly I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all of the others." They were contributing to the offering box. Now, how could Jesus say that? Was that a factual statement? Was her seed larger than the rest of those? Well, certainly not mathematically, but it was spiritually. The revelation of kingdom prosperity is that her seed was the greatest because it was in proportion to what she had. Now, our seed must be in proportion to the harvest that we're expecting to receive. You cannot sow a Chevrolet or a Ford or a Chrysler or even a Toyota seed and expect a Rolls-Royce harvest. And I really believe that many have never grasped this truth. All my ministry, I've seen people crump up $1 bills or even coins, hoping that no one is watching, and place them in the offering. Or even worse, sometimes in the offering plates, we receive empty envelopes. Someone put an envelope in, giving the deception that there was seed in that offering when there was nothing there. Now, it's true that sometimes you have to start with a small seed. Of course you do. You don't have your harvest yet. That's why you're sowing, to get a harvest so you can sow for a greater harvest. But as the blessing and the favor of God comes into your life, as God begins to prosper you and bless you, you must continue to grow in your financial ability to sow larger seed. If you continue to sow at the same level, it's no longer a sacrifice. I can remember clearly when a certain size seed in my life was huge. It was such a sacrifice to give an offering of such and so amount. But today, if I gave that same seed that I gave very sacrificially at one time, it would literally be embarrassing because God has blessed me so much greater than that. Maybe you've heard what Joyce Myers often says, higher levels, bigger devils. Well, here's my take on that in kingdom prosperity. Greater levels of harvest require greater amounts of seed. No one has ever said this kingdom prosperity thing would not be without sacrifice. Every seed of honor is a seed of honor when it is given with great sacrifice. So here's the money talk truth. Listen to this. You cannot expect to come towards your life that which you have not in faith given away. Also, you will only have the faith to call in toward your life that which you have sown out in faith. So this is reason number 30. Many never receive the full financial harvest because they refuse to sow seed that is proportionate to the harvest that they're desiring to receive.